Obviously, everybody knows that the best place to keep your money is under the mattress. Especially with the end of the world that we just had on April 8th due to the solar eclipse. All the banks have collapsed and the earth is destroyed, and actually I'm uploading this video from Mars because I'm such good friends with Elon Musk.
I have many friends, many friends.
All jokes aside though, in this video I'll go over the best place to park your money in 2024. And if you're anything like me, you're always looking to squeeze that little extra return on investment from every single dollar that you have. And what better and safer place to do it in than in a high yield savings account. And in the day and age of digitalization and online banking, long gone are only getting a fraction of a percentage return on the money you have in your savings accounts. With the rise of online banking, more and more banks are getting away from the brick and mortar stores that we're used to going into, and most of them are switching to completely online. And many of these banks don't even have a physical location that you can actually go to. And because of this, they don't have as much overhead and as much expenses as regular banks like Wells Fargo or Chase. And because they don't have that much fixed cost, they can pass those savings along to us in the form of higher yields on our savings accounts. And as of April 2024, you can find some bank accounts that pay anywhere from 4 to 5% per year. 4 to 5% doesn't seem like that high of a return when you can get about 10% investing your money into the stock market. But you have to keep in mind that with a savings account, you never risk losing your money like you would investing it into the stock market. Now let's do a bit of math and a little bit of a comparison here. Let's take the traditional Wells Fargo savings account. This account has a minimum deposit of $3,500 in order for you to get a 0.25% return on your investment. So if you were to deposit $10,000 into that account, at the end of the year, you'd be left with an extra $25.
Oh my God! Wow!
Now let's take that same $10,000 and put it into a high yield savings account. That would yield us about 4.5%. Now if we do the math, we're gonna have an extra $450 on top of the $10,000 that we already had in our account. And we never had to risk losing that money in the stock market. And that's almost 90 iced coffees that you can now buy from Starbucks just because you decided to keep your money in a different account. Now let's dive a bit deeper into the world of the high yield savings accounts. And I'll go over 4 different accounts and talk about the pros and the cons of each one of them. Now, these accounts aren't some ghetto hole in the wall where you risk losing all of your money if one of them decides to fail. Every single bank that I'm going to talk about today is FDIC insured up to $250,000. That means that in the case of any bank failures, your money is insured up to $250,000. Now, the first account that we're going to talk about today is a SoFi savings account. Now, on the surface, they offer a very competitive 4.6% APY from their savings account. But if you dig a little bit deeper, you see that in order to achieve that 4.6%, you also have to open a checking account with them, set up a direct deposit, or have deposits of up to $5,000 per month in order to achieve that high rate. So if you were in the market for completely switching to a whole different bank and opening a checking account with them, this would be a great option for you because they also offer a $300 sign-on bonus if you go ahead and decide to set up a direct deposit with them. The second account that we have to talk about is the bank of hitting that like and subscribe button. And the returns that you would get from that bank are just too good to be true to be described in this video. So you're just gonna have to find out for yourself. And the next account that we're gonna look at is a savings account with Everbank. They offer a 5.15% annual yield. This is one of the highest that I've seen so far this year. And like I said earlier, every single one of these banks is FDIC insured up to $250,000. And with the Everbank savings account, there's no monthly fees, there's no minimum account balances like you would see with traditional savings accounts. They also have some in-person branches as well, but those only apply to those people that live in Florida. And if you don't, you'll have to stick to their online accounts. And if you're in the market for just a savings account, this would be a great option for everybody. The Lending Club savings account offers a very competitive 5% annual yield. They also offer no monthly fees. They offer ATM access, as well as no monthly minimum balance requirements, when you decide to go ahead and open up your account. The only catch here is that when you do go ahead and set up an account with them, you're gonna have to deposit a minimum of $100. Plus, there are also no in-person branches, so everything is 100% online. The UFB Direct Secure Savings Account offers the highest yield I've seen so far this year at 5.25% yield. They also offer no account fees, ATM access, 24/7 customer support, and no monthly minimum balance requirements. The only issue that I've really heard of with this savings account is that for those people that already have an account with them, sometimes they don't get the most competitive rates as those of us that would open a new account with them, and sometimes you have to go ahead and call them and ask to be switched to those higher rates. High yield savings accounts are great, especially if you use them for their intended purpose. If you have an emergency fund or just some cash laying under the mattress, this would be a great option for you, where you could just go ahead and park that money in a high yield savings account and get some extra return on top of your money, as well as having very, very easy access in case you needed to take that money out for an emergency or for a cash buy that you're saving up for. Now, the important thing to remember is that a savings account is not an investment account, and historically, savings yields have been a lot lower in the previous years. At the moment, this is the highest I've personally seen them so far. So if you want to learn more about investing and the different types of investments accounts, go ahead and click on this video next to see how you can double your money and get 100% return on your investment.